Hello all, welcome. In previous session, we covered the SQL functions. We have different types of SQL functions like scalar functions, aggregate functions, window functions. Under scalar functions, again, there is a subcategories like SQL, numeric functions, string functions, and date functions. In previous session, we covered numeric functions. In today's session, we will be covering string functions. So, what exactly the string functions? String functions are set of built-in functions that allow to manipulate and analyze character data within the database. Usually these functions are essential for some of the tasks which we will be performing in our daily activities like cleaning, text processing, and we can use for the string comparisons. So especially important for cleaning and also doing a transformations text processing. So what are string functions? So these are the major string functions which we will be using in our daily routine works. So all these are the important functions which we need to understand more on these string functions. Let's see like upper, lower, INITCAP, length, trim, and LPAD, RPAD, CONCAT, replace, translate, substrings, position, and these are the two important regular expression functions, string functions. We will be taking a separate session for this regular expression string functions. So without wasting further time, we will jump into the practical. Yeah, we connected to HRDB new database. So here we already prepared a few SQL scripts to explain all the string functions. So the first one is in this example, we will be taking employee table and we are going to consider a few of the columns like employee email, e-name, and job title. So few of the columns which we will be taking as a reference to explain all these string functions. Let's execute the first function, upper function. What is the purpose of upper function? So upper function, wherever the column like email, right? So wherever it is having the text data which is in lowercase or camel case, so that will be converted into uppercase. That is the process of upper function. And lower function is similarly the different case. In this case, we took a e-name. So e-name right now it is in uppercase. If you want to convert that into lowercase letters, then we will use a lower function. Third function is a concatenate function. So concatenate function usually which accepts two strings, and it will concatenate two strings into one, two or more strings. Even we can add more strings as well here by separating with the commas. So in this case, like if we want to add any star in between here, right? So we can use like this, comma separated. So how many string functions if we required, we can add those many string functions here. Moving to next one, INITCAP. So for the INITCAP, we took a reference of e-name and job title. So these were like separated with the space, and when we apply the INITCAP for this entire statement, it is wherever the INITCAP like it is a camel case, each of the word it starts with the capital letter. If you observe here, Alan, A is a capital, and salesman, S is a capital after space. That is the purpose of INITCAP. Moving to next, length. So length of the column data. So here we are able to see the 5 characters. So length, when we apply, it is returning the length. 5 is the number. So word is having 4 characters, mad and 6 characters. So likewise, this length will return the number of characters. Usually we don't have a space in e-name character. So to display the space for this particular e-name, so I was used a concatenate to add this space. So we can double click. This is how the space was displayed here. To trim this, we are going to use a trim. So trim is nothing but it is going to trim the spaces before and after the column. That is how this logic is same, whatever the logic which we took it, and we did a trim. So what is the difference? Trim will trim in both the sides, and LTRIM will trim only the left side trim, and these spaces will be available. Let's execute this LTRIM. If you see here LTRIM, so this is usually like the column, the general syntax, and when we do the LTRIM, right, so this is how like trimmed the left side area, and right side spaces are still exist. That is the purpose of LTRIM. It will trim left side spaces. The RTRIM is the opposite of LTRIM, so it will trim right side spaces, and left side spaces are the same. Moving to the next function, LPAD. LPAD will apply. It will accept three parameters. One is a column name and a number of character space, and which string to be appended. Here we have 20 characters, and if the string is ln 5, it will occupy 5 letters, and remaining 15 will occupy with the space of this special character star. So that is how like LPAD will work. RPAD will work like in a reverse. It will append this special character in the right side. That is the purpose of RPAD. Mostly these LPAD and RPAD we will use in the logs to display the information in the logs. ASCII actually it's a character set. Like ASCII, it will return the number integer. A value, ASCII value is 65. So when char, like a number, if we want to convert into ASCII, then we will use a char function. 65 ASCII value is A, and ASCII value of A is 65 is the number, and similarly char 87 is a W character. So this is how like we can interchange ASCII and character to get the alternate values. Moving to next function, it is a replace. What exactly the replace will do? Replace function, it will accept three string parameters, the column name, and which string to be replaced with which string. In this case, like we are replacing AR with I. So when we see ln, it doesn't have the values of AR, so it will not replace anything in the result. When we see like word AR is available, so we are asking to replace this AR with I. So that's the reason it's returning the vid. Similarly, Martin, it's AR replaced with MITIN. So this is how we can use the replace function to replace any word with the other word. Or okay, moving to next translate function. So translate function is almost like the same as a replace, but the difference is it will replace the character by character. So let's take and execute with the W or. So wherever A is there, right, so it will replace with the W. So in this case, like A replaced with the W and R replaced with G or Z. So if you see here, this is a perfect example. WARD. A replaced with the W and R replaced with the G or Z. This is how like a translate. Translate will replace each letter in this second parameter. Each letter will be replaced with each letter in the third parameter. So in simple words, replace function will replace word with word, and translate will replace character by character. Moving to next function. So substring. these replace, translate, substring and position are very important functions which most of the times we will be using to do most of the cleaning and writing transformations in the SQL scripts. So we have to very careful to understand this substring, position, replace, translate. Let's explain about this substring. What substring is? Substring actually it will accept the column name firstly, and these are the two parameters. This is a optional parameter, for is a optional parameter, and ename from. So ename, what exactly the ename? So ename is a Alan in this case. So it starts with the second character. It means like it starts from L E N till what? Till 3 characters it has to result. So in this case Alan, second character is L E. It stops at the third character. So similarly word, it starts at A or and D, it stops. So similarly when it comes to Martin, what is the result? Second character, it starts at second character, for stops at a third character, ART. That is how like substring will work. What exactly this substring is? It will return the portion of the string. Moving to next position function. So position function, it will return the number when we pass a string as a parameter. Okay, so let's try to execute this position characters. So if we take this example WARD, so what is the position of AR? The position of AR is 1 2. It starts at 2. So that's the reason the position is starts at 2. Similarly like Martin, it starts at 2, right? So when we see Alan, there is no AR string, right? So this position is 0. That is how like a position will return the integer. Hope till here like a substring and position are clear. So let's take a real-time example how we will be using this substring and position combination in real applications. As we know, like email is a very important functionality. So here we have a email. If we want to try to get the portion of this before username or after the domain name. So any portion of string, if we want to get and result as a display, in this case we are trying to get the username before symbol using this substring and position combination. So it is a kind of a dynamic way. Let's try to understand more specific way this one. So what exactly? Take this example. In this case, Alan, at what position this was there? So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. At 9th position we could see like symbol was there. So first we have to use the substring email from position 1, for we have to get the position of 9. So what exactly this position 9 we will be getting? So let's take it into a separate select statement, and what we can try is we can try to get the position wherever it returns the 9th position, right? So let's take email. I'm just taking in a separate string. Yes. So at what position? It is at the 8th position, right? So we added it's at 9th position, but we added it -1. So -1 means till here it is 8 characters. That's the reason we need a position from 1 position to this is returning this portion is returning the number of 8, right? number of 9. This position will return number of 9 and we are doing a -1. That is the reason from 1 to 8 ln 1 to 3 will come. Similarly, before at the rate we will get it is a 6th position. 6th position is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So that is how it will be returning a 6th position. That is the reason if you want to get the username from this email, so this is the combination of substring and position, we can get required portion of the string. Hope you got the clear picture on substring and position. These are the two and also like a replace and translate. These are the 4 important functions which we can use in our daily applications. Let's move to next example. In hire date also, if we want to get the portion of year from this hire date, if we want to get portion of year like 1981 in this case, right? So after before dash, how many characters? 1 2 3 4, right? So that portion position, this position we are getting, it is 5th. This will return the 5 length and 5 minus 1. So for 4, that is how like we will be returning substring as 1981. Similarly, we can bring the month and also you can try for month or you can try for date also. This is how the substring and position combination we can use like a regular expressions, replacing a regular expressions. This is how we can do it. Okay, moving to next one. There is a one more function, split part. Split part actually comes under the part of a regular expression. If we want to trim any portion of a string, we can use this split part function. So let's cover in this string functions this also. If I execute it, it will accept a string. It will accept 3 characters. Okay, first string and also like the special character which segregated all the dot values and what is the position of a string we required. So in this case, wherever it is splitted with the dot values, right? So this is 1 position, this is 2nd position, this is 3rd position, this is 4th position, this is 5th position. So that is how like when we use 2, right? So it is returning 2nd position. It means it returns B. Similarly, when we use 3, it returns 3. The position, 3rd position is this one. So it was segregated at dot. The same example we can apply for email. Okay, so for email, let's take email in the table. So we are applying this string into this column, email column. We have a at the rate, we are segregating at the rate, and we required a second portion of the string. So the first portion is this one, and second portion is this one. So in this case we need a second portion. It means like we need a domain name. So the result of a split part we are getting as a domain name. If we required the first portion, we will get the username. So that is how like we can use many ways, like we can use substring and position, or we can use a split part, or we can use a regular expression. Any logic we can try to apply, and we will get a required portion of a string from the column data. Hope I was clearly explained most of the string functions I was covered. And if you need more data, you can walk through the documentation at the PostgreSQL documentation on string functions. And these are the syntaxes which will be very much helpful for you to review in future also. Thank you all for your support. And it's encouraged me to do more videos to share my knowledge. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.